So I'm going to be real with you for a minute. There is a reason why Carissa and I have fallen off the grid for a year. We're super excited though. We just kind of realized that the concrete counters are really popular. So thank you for watching. I hope it's worked for a lot of people because it's been great for us. So back a year ago, right after we made the video, my husband lost his job. He was laid off actually. And so I went back to my old job and they were amazing and they hired me back immediately, and I signed a year-long contract. And then 2 weeks after that, my husband found another job, but we didn't realize it at the time that it's like 90% travel. So my whole life changed like overnight. So I went from just staying at home. My youngest went to kindergarten, so I had a few months for the first time where I was like home alone during the day, and it was amazing. But then suddenly I'm gone most days 10 hours a day with my drive. My drive was pretty long, or is pretty long. And then I was like living like single mom for a lot of it. And so kudos, oh my gosh, shout out to single moms. You guys are amazing. And I just want you to know that like this stuff is a hobby for me, but don't ever feel bad about like not being able to do these things, because guess what? For the last year, I've pretty much done nothing. I've survived. Like my time off, I have time to sort of cook and sort of clean, not really, and just survive. So yeah, so I don't want any, that's what I hate about social media, is it makes people feel bad. And you saw in the kitchen, like my counters don't look like that normally. They have crap on them. So I put it all on the table so it looked nice for the video. Yeah, so anyway, so just some life lessons that I've learned from this year are, oh my gosh, a lot of things. We just had, it wasn't just that, we've probably had the hardest year of our life with a lot of loss, a lot of death, a lot of just weird things have happened this year that are exciting, is a way to put it. But okay, so here's the benefit of my long drive to work, is that I got to listen to tons of audiobooks and radio. And one of those books that I chose to listen to was The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. And her sister were in the concentration camps during the World War II in Nazi Germany. And her sister didn't make it. Broden's knocking on the window. Hold on, you have to see this. It's cute. Hi. He's saying, can I play electronics?
I would like to clarify something. What were you asking?
Told you to wait so I could come outside with you.
What's on your face?
Nothing.
What did we eat for lunch?
Cereal.
Wedding.
So back to Corrie ten Boom. So her sister was a saint. Oh my gosh. She was so positive through all of it. They weren't even Jewish. They were just hiding the Jews. And so that's why they got caught and got put in a concentration camp. So here they are, starving, freezing. The Nazis are beating them, killing them. And her sister can still pray for them and pray for their souls, and just amazing love and compassion that she had. And one night they were laying in their barracks, freezing cold. The fleas are jumping all over them, biting them, barely able to sleep because of it. And she just thanks God for the fleas. And Corrie ten Boom is like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you've crossed the line. And I'm thinking the same thing as I'm listening to this book. Well, they didn't realize until a couple weeks or a couple months later that the reason why the Nazis did not come into their barracks was because of the fleas. So they were able to have peace and quiet and church services because of the fleas. And so that's how I feel about this last year, is we've had so many fleas, like tragic fleas. But I'm finally at the point to go a whole year. Oh my gosh, the first whole half of the year I'm like feeling sorry for myself and just not succeeding in life, but just making it work. And finally I've come around to where I truly can thank God for the fleas. And some of them I see now, like, okay, my long drive, well, you know what? I've gained a lot of wisdom and some helpful things and some awesome books. And there's some things I don't know yet, why they happened, and they were awful, and maybe I won't know on this side of heaven, but I'm content with God has a big plan and I'm just part of it. And that's okay. And I don't have to know all the answers, but I finally understand James when he talks about, consider it pure joy, my brothers, when we face trials of many kinds. I've read that hundreds of times, hey baby, but now I feel like I can truly say that. I've learned so much and so many good things have come out of it. Had it just been a normal year, I wouldn't be the person who I am right now. One more life lesson is towards the middle of the year, I was really unhappy, and I was really focused on my happiness and like what would make me happy, what could I do, what could I stop to help me get there during this kind of challenging season of life. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with my sister that I realized if happiness is my target and my goal, I will never reach it. I will never attain it. It's not until God is my goal that happiness and joy is just a byproduct. And so I want you to know that happiness is possible, but it's not when you're trying to get it. It's when you're focused on God and you truly learn contentment, that it just kind of comes naturally. And also serving others and focusing on other people and not just yourself. So praise God for that flea. It taught me that lesson.